Hello. How's it going? Today I am going to be working on well, first of all, my name is Daniel Perez Gomez, and I'm an Android developer working on, today I'd like to start working on building a workout tracker to see if I can motivate myself to work out a little bit more. So I have a design that I would like to, of what I would like to build. But first of all, let me know in the chat if you can hear me well, and if there are any issues, feel free to chime into the chat. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so I basically have this design, this idea that I came up with, and basically I'm going to start building this with views on Android. And yeah, so I figured we'd have a home screen with a button that will let you log a workout. And as you log your workouts, you see in your home screen the days that are remaining for you to reach your target. So I figured right now we would have a hard-coded number of just you got to work out at least 3 days a week. So if you work out one time, this will say 2 remaining days to your target. And then later on, we'll let you customize what that date should be, or what that number should be. And then this bottom number will just keep track of the number of days that the number of weeks that you have reached your target. And so once you break that chain, that cycle, or that streak, then it'll reset back to 0. So yeah, that was sort of my idea for motivation. So basically to keep track of a streak, and then once you reach your target, so if the top number, once it goes down to 0, then you'll see this little heart symbol, or right now it's a heart, but maybe we will change that later to something different. And this will be like your prize, your reward. So this symbol will appear, you can tap it, and it'll take you to another screen, which will say something like well done, the date, that day's date, and then it'll display an image. Right now we can just have that be like a good job image, but this is something that I'm thinking maybe we'll do a network call to something like giphy.com, and then just load a random reward GIF here. So just some ideas on how to make this cool. So yeah, definitely feel free to make suggestions. But so here, this button, the floating action button, will take you to the log a workout screen, and then here it'll have the name of the workout. So something like upper body, then that day's date, and then this is just a text field where you can a text view where you can just input whatever the workout for that day was, and then save it and have it populate into a recycler view or a list here on the home screen. And then also, if you tap any of these previous workouts, then you can go and view and edit that workout. Cool. So yeah, so this is my idea, and let's get to building it. So right now I have we can just minimize this. I have a simple project. Oh, awesome. Audio is great. Excellent. Let's see. This is just a hello world. And I figured we can start creating this with views, and because I wanted the experience of migrating a Views app to Jetpack Compose. So we can start building this with views and then transition into Jetpack Compose later. So we'll just do the basic UI today. So I know we're gonna need 3 fragments at least. So we can just start with that. And then, yeah, and we're gonna use the Jetpack Navigation component as well. So we can just start adding some dependencies. So we're gonna start here in our apps build.gradle file. We can close this up. And we can add some dependencies here. Oops. That's not what I would like. Okay, so we're just gonna go here to my website, which I have this blog post in progress, and I've got links to the documentation for different things that we're gonna need for this project. So navigation component, we can set up the navigation. So we're gonna use nav version 277, and we're gonna use Kotlin. So we'll need the fragment and navigation UI KTX. So we'll add these here. And we'll just add this to our projects build.gradle. Okay, so we're just gonna add a build script. Block, and then here we can declare some variables to reference here. And might as well set up the safe args at the same time. I wonder if it's here in the type safety, type safe arguments. There we go. So here, let's just make it easy. Okay, safe args. And so we need to add this class path, dependency class path. And so okay. Cool. All right, so right now we have just the main activity, which has a constraint layout, and we're going to convert this to be the navigation host. So let's just convert this to a linear layout. And move this down, and then we can convert this. Hold on, just gonna check something real quick. Just saw that the audio was out. Oops. Sorry about that. Cool. So let's do a quick recap of what we've done so far. Basically, we have the two fragments. We have a home workout fragment or a home fragment and the log workout fragment. And I just added some text so that it's easier to see. Get rid of these attributes. Yeah, so it's easier to see where we are when we launch the app. And then we're gonna and I added the navigation component and some navigation actions so that we can begin navigating between the fragments. So based on our design, looks like we have a floating action button for the home fragment that needs to take us to the workout fragment. So we'll just go ahead and add that. So here we have our text view. Let's go ahead and add our let palette floating action button. And let's just say this IC add. Is a frame layout. Let's just convert this to a constraint layout. A bit easier to work with. Look at the design. And we'll constraint this to corner here. And add a bit of space between 32. Okay. And the ID will just say right now it's floating action button. But this is basically the log workout button. Log workout button. Okay. And yeah, it's telling me that we have this hard-coded string here, which we're not going to use. We're going to change that later. But right now, we just want to have this button take us to the log workout fragment. So just let's run the app just to see that things are loading correctly. Taking a little bit to load. Oh, so floating action buttons, not constrained at the bottom. Let's take a look and see why. Missing the content description. The the text view is not great, but oh, I see. So the width of the text views to match parent, is the height to wrap content. And yeah, we can set the width also to wrap content. And then now we can center it horizontally, parent, and also vertically in parent. So that way it's right there in the center. Take a look and see if that fixes the issue. And this is just telling me there's no speakable text present. Layout fidelity. Oh, I think I know why it is. So I'm not too sure why it's doing that. I think it's probably something with Maybe I'm not constraining the layout as I should. See how I did it in a previous app here. Might be right here. There we go. Yep. Well, that was fun looking into. Okay. So now let's add some navigation. So let's go over to our home fragment space here, and we can get rid of a lot of this boilerplate code. Just need on create view. This companion object either. So we this. Cool. And do the same for the log workout fragment. We can get rid of comments and create as well. Just need on create view. We don't need this companion object. this here. Awesome. So and okay. All right, so to navigate from one fragment to another, we already have our navigation component. So we can simply add, get a reference here. Let's just make a reference to the view. Grab this, and then we're going to return our view. Then here, and we're gonna get a reference to the floating action button, log workout button. And we're gonna add an on-click listener. That on-click listener. And when we click it, we want to create an action to navigate from the home fragment to the log workout fragment. So controller, actually that's after. Wait, what did I do here? We open up our navigation graph. We have an action called action home fragment to log workout fragment. Go home fragment. home fragment to log workout fragment. And then we can say controller navigate. I think we need to do view, but navigate action. Forget if I actually, it's been a while since I've set this up. But if we go, let me here, source. This should work. We can test this out real quick. Yeah. Excellent. Now, what else do we want to do? Actually, let's see if we can set up binding. I don't have to use find view by ID. You set view binding to true inside of our module build.gradle file. So go over to here. Right? No. Into the apps.gradle file. And then build features, view binding true. File options. Default config. Let's just do it here on top of build type. Build features. View binding true. Okay. Okay. And then sync Gradle files. That'll just make it easier to, instead of here using this, here we can get a reference to our binding object. I think normally you want to create private init var binding type fragment home binding, and then inside of on create view have our view. Oh, I think we use binding object to, yes. So normally I think you want to use backing property and set this to be optional and null, and then not late in it. And then here we can say binding, and we add a getter to our binding object, and then we instantiate it here inside of onCreateView. The binding is going to be drag on binding plate with the inflator. Container false. Now we don't need this. Here, and then we can say return finding that root down here at the bottom. This doesn't need to be optional anymore. And then we don't have this reference to the view, but we have our binding object, so we can say binding log workout button. We don't need to get a separate reference there. And then I'm mistaking the directions bit. Oh, navigation component. Destinations. I think the safe args is what I'm trying to. Oh, sorry. I just saw the chat, and yeah, I was basically looking at a different app that I built for reference to see how I set this up before. But back on track now. Sorry for the confusion. Let's see. Yeah, we already did all of this. We connected the destinations. Safe args. Yeah, specify not fragment directions. Why not set up the this should be home fragment directions. Okay. Home fragment. Huh. Didn't set this up right. Oh, yep. That's what I missed. Plugins should be where apps module. Kotlin only. Yeah. Do this. Whoops. Okay, so we'll go apps.build.gradle, add our safe.args plugin, and let's see, this should, we had already added this safe.args class path, so hopefully this will do it. So now home fragment, yep, there we go. Then here, action home fragment to log workout fragment. And that basically does the same thing, but it's a little bit easier. And then this will set us up so we can navigate easily and pass data between destinations. Because eventually, if we look at our design, we're going to create this workout. And then once we hit this check mark, it's going to pass the workout that we created up over to back to the fragment. Actually, no, it won't. We're going to use this because this will probably update our view model, like our list of workouts, and then this will just subscribe to that list. So we'll be doing that later, but we will use the safe.args navigation here when we select a workout, and then we want to we'll probably need to pass the workout ID that was selected so that we can view the details of that workout here in the workout details screen. Great. So yeah, so basically what we have now, if we run the app again, should just be the fragment. Doesn't look like much has happened, but essentially we're setting up the navigation between the fragments. This is pretty slow loading up. I have to see how to make Android Studio a little bit faster. Home fragment. And that takes us to the workout fragment. Cool. Let's see. I guess we could start building the log workout fragment here. You can also set up the binding object here. So private var Oh, cool. I just noticed that my mic is probably, I don't know if my mic is still going. Let me know if the audio is still okay. Cool. So we're going to set up a binding. Private. I don't think, yeah, I think it could be private as well. So if we go back to the home, yeah, private val binding get. So here, Here we're gonna get this one, and then here we can do the same where we instantiate the binding to be log workout binding, inflate with the inflator. Never remember. Inflator, container, and then okay, and then here we return binding.root. Oh, cool, thank you. Oh, hey Matthew. Be interested in co-founding an app. Cool. What kind of app are you looking to build? Meantime, we're gonna add probably an edit text, 2 edit text fields, and then a text label for the date. So let's go over to our log workout fragment layout. And then here we have a text view. This is going to be, we're just going to recycle this to be the date. And this is going to be the date text view. Right now it's a frame layout, but we can refactor this to be a constraint layout. And down, let's make some more space here. So now we don't need this comment. This is where the date is going to be, so we can use our tools to just say March 23rd, 2024. And then we'll add an edit text here. Should be, say, as wide as the parent, but it wrap content for the height. And we're gonna call this workout name text. And then we can okay, let's see here. Oh, this text view, I think we have all the constraints. Not horizontally, right? But the height, oh, okay, that's why the date view is set to match parent. Should be wrap content for the height. Awesome. So let's set this just do a little bit of work here and then we'll call it a day. So set the width of this date view to wrap content as well. And edit text, we can probably add a bit of padding, but we can add this, or maybe we can just add padding to the whole. Yeah, so we can add here constraint layout, add padding all the way around. Yeah, a bit easier. Probably just line this up there, and so I'm probably constrained this at the bottom. Add a DP, and then we'll constrain the start of this to the edge. This one we should bring to the sides and to up. And then we can probably add another try a multi-line text here in the center. This one, yeah, match constraints, so we can constrain it to the sides, constrain it to the bottom of this, and we'll add 24 there. Our top is the gravity. Yeah, that sounds great. Thanks, Matthew. Looking forward to your email. Cool. So see what we have so far. Yeah, doesn't look like we have anything there because we use the tools context, I believe it is, or yeah, in the this was just to get some placeholder text in there, but it doesn't display anything in the actual view. But here we can see we have the two text views, and yeah, I gotta work on perhaps we can add some things up. So yeah, I'll have to troubleshoot that and see what's going on. But yeah, those are the joys of live coding. But yeah, well, this was a good start. I'll do some troubleshooting on see how I can make Android Studio go a little bit faster while streaming. But thank you all so much for tuning into the stream, and And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Take care.